the line. I know how to mountain bike, I swear, guys. Okay, coming in with some new updates to my hardtail. So essentially I put on a new front tire, the Argotol. I had a Cryptotal rear on the front, which made it spin, like roll really fast. This is my first ride, so I don't know how fast this rolls, but apparently it's much better grip in the wet, which is my most common use case for this bike. And then I also got an SLX 12 speed, which is definitely nice, definitely smoother. It's absolutely a better derailleur than the old one, and it's 12 speed instead of 11 speed. I had to get a new dropper because my last dropper was toast. Got a better headset because ever since I overforked the front from 130 to 140, I kept destroying headsets. I'd imagine it has something to do with compression. I guess it's also possible I just messed up putting or like having enough compression on the headset, but I don't know. And then probably the most unnecessary upgrade of them all, I made the jump to Haze Dominion on my main bike, which caused my park bike to get them, and now the dumbest thing of all, my hardtail has Haze Dominions on them. But they're incredible. I'm fully sold, and apparently I like wasting money. Okay, so I had one run. So far I could tell you leaning grip is definitely better on this. Now the conditions are pretty great down here right now, so like I don't think there's much that'll be bad. But it's kind of funny. I went and shuttled Dry Hill yesterday. The difference is always insane when you go from bike to bike, like 29 to 27.5 on this. You know, it's like you forget how to lean because you over lean everything. You know, my body position in descending is pretty different as well, and climbing, but like with descending, this is a little bit shorter of a bike, so yeah, so with descending position, it feels so crammed because my arms are so much closer to me. It's like I have less leverage. It takes a little bit of adapting, a couple of runs, but I will say the derailleur is really nice. I've already had one ride or two rides on this bike. So pedaling definitely is just overall better. You know, the tire, like I said, my cornering, like leaning grip, definitely better. I feel like I can hook onto the side knobs a little more easily. And then the brakes, I just haven't ridden quite long enough. I already know I love these brakes. I just don't know how they fully feel on this bike yet. On to the second run. It's a blue somewhere up here. I've only been here one other time. My goal is to hit all these flow trails and then swap over to the tech technical section. There's either 3 or 4 trails over here. I want to say there's beautiful morning though. Okay, on to the blue. Hit some jumps. Hear that fender rattling around. Oh, the other upgrade. Since this is really a winter bike and it's pretty much only going to be ridden in the mud, or well, we'll just say wetter conditions, I also got a larger fender. I went from oh, I can't remember the name of the company, but I went from something shorter with like an imprint of a tiger to one of those bigger mucky nuts ones. It definitely keeps me a little bit cleaner. I still get incredibly muddy, but it's just nice to not get quite as destroyed. Okay, there's 4 trails. There's one green, which honestly has some fun fast turns, to be fair, and then there's 2 blues and then 1 single black. You know, obviously if you're, well, maybe not obviously, if you want to hit jumps, it is definitely better to go to Duthi. Duthi's jumps are better, they're bigger, more technical. Fun factor is so subjective, so I don't know if I can reliably comment on that part, but this is a fun trail network. It's good if you just want a chill day. And since I just got my COVID booster on Friday, was down for the count on Saturday, and descended, what did Strava say, like almost 10,000 feet yesterday at Dry Hill. I'm a little tired, and I did not want to pedal very much. Oh, that's so sick. Woo. You know, as much as I love my other 2 bikes and how capable they are, there's something about being on a hardtail that's just a blast. Like, otherwise these trails are very mellow, and you'll see the other side, which honestly for the, what is it, like 100 feet of gain here? I don't even know. Like, pretty fun. They're fun little technical lines, and the double black option, which we'll see if I decide to do today, is actually legitimately spicy. I almost forgot. I also upgraded the wheels. No, tied for the most expensive upgrade. My last wheels, my front wheel was just the stock one, which couldn't hold tubeless, and the rear one I dinged and no longer could hold tubeless. Well, it's a hardtail, obviously, so I want that slight give instead of popping or like pumping them so high for weather riding. So yeah, now I'm running tubeless, and I have Cushcore in the back to hopefully protect from any dings, and it does feel better, mainly because I can just ride lower pressures. Now these are the, I don't know the name of them, but they're the, I think Enduro, like trail wide or something, Hunt wheels, aluminum. So apparently they're like a no nonsense, high quality, relatively affordable company, like wheel set company. And so they are I got them on sale, but they were a pretty decent price. I mean, like, you can hear the hub. It seems like a pretty solid hub. I just don't know enough about hubs. But we're on to the blue. Obviously, it matters a little less since I'm on flow right now. Whew. Do we call braking bumps technical? In a way, I guess. Fail. So that's what happens when two things occur, or a confluence of two factors. You're not good enough at wheelies. Like, there's not enough skill. And I was doing it yesterday on my other bike, and I pulled as hard as my last bike. Okay, so next I'm gonna do the single black jumping frog. It's fun. It's, you know, like I said, Doothy's the better place for jumps, so for a single black it's not too crazy, but this is a great place to learn because things are pretty forgiving. Woo! And yeah, nice jump. Okay, now I'm gonna make my way over to the techier side. Okay, so I'm at the almost top of the climbing trail on the other side of the road, on the tech side, which, like I said earlier, these are honestly pretty fun little trails for how small the hill is, and like kind of spicy. Like, if there's a double black option that you have to be pretty precise. This is a great place to go if you don't have a lot of time, or you don't want to expend the energy to like push hard on one of the bigger areas around. Man, fun jump I fucked up on. Alright, I guess I'll go do it again. So, update on the brakes. I already know the brakes are incredible. There's a reason why I have them on my other bikes. But more to the point of the hardtail, yes, fully unnecessary. I'm not necessarily going at those speeds. What I'm trying to tell myself is brake feel, I want to be consistent across bikes, so it's really not that necessary. So don't get me wrong, I'm an idiot for it, but I like the brakes. They work wonderfully. It's not a purchase that I'm like upset about necessarily. The thing was, I was heading in never gonna do it, but I swapped my codes from my Spectral over to this bike, and then I rode Tiger, and oh my god, I kept under braking everywhere. And so like, I was getting myself into some decently sketchy situations because of it. So like, was it absolutely necessary? No. I'm not necessarily getting into those speeds that often, because although I plan to ride more of Raging Tiger and 27 on this bike compared to Tokul. Most of my riding is at Tokul on this bike, and obviously for most of Tokul you're not necessarily getting to super high speeds. You know, you could probably argue Tokyo Drift, maybe a couple of spots on Goose Chase, but you know, Tiger, I was just doing East Tiger Summit over to what did we do that day? I think OTG. East Tiger Summit at OTG, or I guess Upper OTG rather, has some really fast turns, and I was just like about to yeet myself into a fucking tree, and had to slow down a lot more heavily just so I could, you know, preserve myself. Take number 2 on the blue. See if I do a little better this time. Honestly, the road's kind of nicer to climb. It's like, I feel like the beauty of the forest is offset by the noise of the highway literally 50 yards to my left. Onto the single black. Oh, forgot about that gap. Double black. Right. Can't remember which is which. Okay, alright, so left is full double, right? Because there isn't. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go redo that. For some reason in my mind I was thinking it was a little more obvious. But to be fair, the only other time I was here, I probably lapped this side like 7 or 8 times. Don't necessarily plan on doing that much riding today, but I just wanted to get out, pedal a little bit. Instead of lifting, I decided to do something more fun, which is almost kind of funny considering I'm a PT. And I think lifting is incredibly boring, but it's important. It is absolutely important, which is why I do it. So now that I'm off of my minimal soapbox, let's do the single block. Okay. This rock, as long as you have the line. Oh my god. Landing on the same side. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, let's do that a third time. Try to not fuck up. Ouch. I think the worst part is I caught my shin on the damn pedal. Oh, okay. Well, let's not fuck that up this time. It's slick in the wet. Like, it's legitimately slick. And I was in the middle of saying as long as you're online, as I was slightly offline. Oh, God, my fucking ankle. Or not my ankle, my shin. Like, it's just a stinger is all, but oh, okay. On with it. Okay, there we go. I know how to mountain bike, I swear, guys. other double black. Just my elbow pad. Okay, you want a lot of speed here. There we go. Okay, this time I'm gonna take a slightly different option. Instead of going far right on the steep roll, I'm gonna go the mellow middle, and then I'm gonna break off to the left to do the second double black after the gap. And then we'll go from there. So I feel the need to keep hitting this rock because I fucked myself up so much. We're gonna hit that, but it's in the wrong gear. Let me double check which one this is. Okay, so this is the pretty spicy one. I have hit all of the lines, but it was a dry day. The other double black, the first one, is very sniper. Which way do I even want to go? Like, I like this direct line, but I want grip, so I might be kind of coming down here and trying to cut over today. But I don't know. Like, as you can see, that's pretty spicy. It's either wet rock, wet rock. So you gotta just carry your momentum. Obviously, I'm not gonna yeet off. You could, no, that's even worse. I also might just do, maybe I should just do the single black, because like it's a little moist, and like this is honestly quite a not like what does this grip feel like? I can just come straight down, just don't touch the brakes until I hit the bottom. I'd expect to hit the brakes once I'm at the bottom. Okay, let's start over here. So I got some momentum. Alright. So we go in here. Gotta temper my speed. I don't know what this is gonna feel like. Well, it's pretty grippy rock. Okay. That is spicy on a hardtail, I must say. Oh, forgot about that jump. Need speed. Woo! Okay. Alright. That's enough adrenaline for the day. I'm gonna go do a nice chill lap on, I don't know, the blue or single black jump line over there. Watch, I'm gonna bin it again. Okay.